attended Indiana University and won a spot on my U.S. Olympic basketball team. I also won a spot on the Indiana Hoosiers basketball team. When I was a 19-year-old sophomore, I steered the Hoosiers to a 1981 NCAA championship. In 1981, I passed up my last 2 years of college and entered the 1981 NBA draft. I was the second pick overall to the Detroit Pistons after my old childhood friend Mark Aguirre. I played for the Detroit Pistons from 1981 to 1994. I was number 11 and my position was point guard. In 1987-1988, the Pistons reached the NBA Finals for the first time since moving to Detroit from Fort Wayne in 1958. And now, since they moved from Fort Wayne, it's now called the Palace of Auburn Hills. In a painful repeat season losses to Boston, the Detroit Pistons lost a 7-game heartbreaker to the defending NBA champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. I was a 2-time NBA champion in 1988, 1989, 1989, 1990. I was the Detroit Pistons' leading scorer and the NBA Finals MVP in 1990. In the late 1980s, the Detroit Pistons had one of the toughest teams in the history of the NBA. Our style was hard fouls, intimidation, and strong defense. We were so tough to play against, the rest of the league nicknamed us the Bad Boys. I was one of the baddest of the Bad Boys guards. I was a superstar and took no prisoners on the court. My famous quote was, "We wanted to crush you mentally. We wanted your whole city to shake when we walked through the door. We wanted your fans to feel feared." Our head coach was Chuck Daly. He was like a father figure to all of us. This group of players, coaches led us to win back-to-back championships in 1989 and 1990. At the time when NBA greats like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson played the game, it was the Bad Boys that took every one of them down. We frustrated all these players, and everyone we played hated us because we were so aggressive. Michael Jordan said, in Detroit they love the Bad Boys, but outside of Detroit everybody hates them. Finally, in the early 1990s, Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls beat the Detroit Pistons, and the days of the Bad Boys were over. But Isiah Thomas and Joe Dumars were still playing until Isiah Thomas tore his ACL, and Joe Dumars played until he was 40, then he retired. But to this day, we are looked as the best defensive team in NBA history. I retired in 1994 and was named NBA's 50th anniversary all-time team. I was also elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame. I coached the Indiana Pacers in 2000 and 2003. I became the general manager for the New York Knicks. I have one more thing to say. Bad Boys. And this jersey, my dad saved it for me since he was a kid, and he hoped I had a brother, and he hoped he had a son.
How does it smell? Does it still smell?
Any questions or comments? Michael?
I do not know Isiah